Now, back to McGraw in the Morning on the Big 550 KTRS. This hour is presented by Collier & Thompson Kitchen and Bath. Visit them today at collierandthompson.com.
8:22 here on the Big 550 KTRS. Joining us now is Gail Pennington, TV critic from the St. Louis Post-Dispatch. Good morning, Gail Pennington. Oh, actually, let me hit the button there to make sure. Let me try that again. Good morning, Gail Pennington.
Good morning, McGraw, Milhaven.
Good to hear your voice. What are we?
This time, yes.
What do we think?
The right button.
What are we thinking of episode 3 of Mad Men from last night?
Well, I thought it was a fun episode, and I think we needed a fun episode.
Yeah, okay, I buy that. You mean a fun 60s radical episode?
Yeah, I mean, just a lot of things that weren't so grim. Although, if you break them down a little bit, Don's behavior was just inexcusable. What a hypocrite.
Truly. But also, I thought it was, I don't know if it was fun. It was sort of sad at the end.
Well, yeah, it always is.
It always ends sadly at the end. What I was confused by the girlfriend who was in town. Did they drop any ecstasy or LSD or anything when they went to that crazy club?
I don't think so. I think they were just very drunk by that point.
Okay, so she was lamenting the fact that they went out and kissed a boy.
That kind of club didn't ever get to Missouri, did it?
I was going to ask you because you probably grew up in clubs like that, Gail Pennington.
Oh yeah, I'm much too young.
While we're on controversial shows, I didn't get a chance to ask you this last week. The Glee episode a week or so ago, where they had the school shooting, that caused quite a bit of controversy.
Glee likes to do that. They like to examine controversial issues and then not do a very good job of it.
Right.
They did a lot of it well, I thought. Did you see the episode?
I saw the whole thing. I was riveted by it.
I thought the acting when the kids were on lockdown, I thought that was really good. I thought it was really powerful and realistic.
I thought it was great. I thought it was powerful. I thought it was realistic, and I think that's why they garnered so much criticism, because people turn on Glee.
I think the criticism was over the explanation for the shooting and how quickly it was resolved and who was blamed.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. Oh, all right. All right. So
Glee has been picked up for 2 additional seasons. I don't know if you heard that.
I know. With all that terrible news last week, at least there was one ray of hope that Glee was picked up for 2 more seasons.
And hopefully the writers are sitting down right now with Ryan Murphy and the producers, and they're trying to figure out how to make it better for the next 2 years.
Careful.
I know you love it.
What would Ryan Lochte do? This could be the worst show in the history of television.
Well, he's cute.
Yes, he is cute.
But, he's 28 years old. He seems a little too old to me to be such a kid who does anything he wants to.
Is that the premise of the show?
Mm-hmm.
So he just goes and does whatever he wants?
As far as I have seen, it's just about him being a big doofus.
Well, actually, that could be my show then.
That's right. Why didn't you get the show?
Come on, man! I should have been on that show.
You look as good in a Speedo as Ryan does.
No, I do not look as good as a Speedo. It actually cuts off circulation when I wear a Speedo. But I heard the show's just not very good.
Oh, it's not very good, no.
Okay.
But you wouldn't expect it to be.
It's
on E.
That's a good point, right? People tuning into what would Ryan Lochte do are you not expecting Downton
really,
Abbey.
what do you expect? That's the great thing about TV now. It just has something for absolutely every taste.
I'm really getting tired of paying for this just horrendous TV. What about Ready for Love? I heard that was canceled. That was
canceled after 2 episodes because it was impossible to watch it. It was that bad.
Well, wait a minute. Our very own Shandy was in there from Florissant. So how is she just sort of not going to be matched up with any of the guys?
Had she already been introduced?
Yeah, I think so.
There were 3 men. The first episode was 2 hours devoted to this guy named Tim, who's from the band Plain White Tees. 2 hours of nothing happening, of him meeting these women. And then the second one was 2 men. They each only got 1 hour because they weren't celebrities. And then it's gone. So they had only eliminated 3 women. I think the show was probably going to last 10 years as slow-paced as it was.
Holy mackerel. So they canceled the show mid-run.
That happens all the time.
Well, I know, but in a reality show, if it's a made up show, who cares? But these are real people looking for love.
They used to burn them off in the summer, but summer is too important now, and so what mainly they do now is run the episodes online so people can watch them if they want to.
Any good TV we should look for this week?
Well, Rectify, which premieres tonight on Sundance Channel, is really good new series, very serious, about a man who's been almost 20 years on death row and now has been freed on a technicality, and him trying to readjust into his family and society, and we don't really know whether he's guilty or not.
That sounds like a really good show. What's that on?
It's on the Sundance Channel at 8 tonight. And it's a series, not a mini-series, so it'll be like 10 episodes, I think.
So Sundance is getting into the content game then?
Well, they just finished Top of the Lake, which was an 8-episode mini-series, and it was really good.
Oh, all right, good. See, there's so much great TV out there.
See what I said about what would Ryan Lochte do?
Well, you're right. You're right.
I mean, there really is, no matter what you want to watch, there's something for you.
You're right. And then what about this look at Wonder Woman? What's this show about?
Well, Independent Lens is that really good, varied documentary series on PBS.
Right.
And the one that's coming up next Sunday, it's hard to find it on Channel 9 because they show it at really wacky times. It's about the American take on female comic book superheroes like Wonder Woman.
Ha.
Yeah.
So they look
and Buffy and so it's a really good one. I haven't seen all of it, but I did see part of it, and it was a lot of fun.
So they turned the lens on Wonder Woman.
Yes.
One of the great jokes Jerry Seinfeld ever had, was it Jerry Seinfeld was like, an invisible plane, how did she find it? Wonder Woman. All right. Gail, when can we read you? When can we see you?
Well, not for a while because I'm going on vacation, and I won't be in the paper or with you for 2 weeks.
Where are you going? Can you tell us?
I'm going on a road trip. Heading south.
To the Mediterranean?
Staying within the continental United States.
Gail, you have a safe trip, and we'll talk to you in 2 weeks.
Okay.
Gail Pennington here on the Big 550 KTRS.